What's the latest and the greatest, everybody? My name is JBoosted4 and welcome to the Delta Battle League Season 3 Week 4 matchup against the Colorado Mamoswines. Link to his channel and Twitter will be down in the description below. Go check him out, really cool dude. But we have our battle against Eric, who's bringing a Heliolisk, an Aromatisse, a Tyranitar, Mega Pidgeot, Salamence, and a Slow King. I'm bringing Cokeldurr, Mega Manectric, Lightbird, Tentacruel, Landorus T, and Miss Magus. I have to make sure that I am able to get rid of that Heliolisk. Salamence and Heliolisk are potential choice scarf mons. Everything else seems to be more slow or less. Mega Pidgeot won't have choice scarf because it can't carry that. But yeah, so we gotta take care of that Heliolisk. Once that's gone, Mega Manectric would have a field day. But he's gonna start off with Slow King as I go on to Conkeldurr, Bane, and just go for a knockoff. See if he wants to go for a Scald or not. But he goes for a Psyshock. It's gonna do damage. I am Assault Vest. Not very defensive, but I do have high HP investments. So here I'm going to switch out. I can't take another Psyshock. He'll be able to take a knockoff now that his leftovers are gone. So I predict a double. I didn't predict a double switch. He goes out into his Salamence. This is perfect. So I went for the T-Wave because I predicted he'd being Choice Scarf. He switches out into Heliolisk. Great prediction on his part. I got to switch right out. I took some time thinking about what I should go out into. I figured that I had two Immune Electric Mons in Manectric, regular with Lightning Rod, and Landorus T ground, so I thought he was going to go for Hidden Power Ice. Goes for the Volt Switch instead, does damage to Squishy, but Squishy's okay. Squishy can handle it. He took that like a champ. But here comes Salamence. I gotta switch out, go into my defensive wall. Shukaku, the Landorus T. That's right, Lando is my defensive wall. So he's going to go for Earthquake. Thankfully, I'm a flying type, does not affect me. So now that I see the Earthquake and him switching out, I kind of think that he's going to be a Scarf. That kind of is like a little bit more of a giveaway. But I'm just going to go for Rocks, get them up, make sure when it comes back in, it takes 25% damage. Now he's going to go for a Scald. Now here's where my plays start coming through. He's going to go for a Scald on the Landorus T, switch out into Squishy. Now I'm going to do another switch. Go into Toulouse, predicting the Psyshock, and here comes the Psyshock right there. Does not affect me, Dark type. Now I'm going to go for a U-turn. I did not predict him to stay in. I thought he was going to switch on out. But since he stayed in, I kind of figured, hey, you know what, let's just go out into Squishy. He's going to go for another Scald. I could have went out into Conkeldurr, but I did not want to take extra damage because that Mach Punch will come in handy later on. But unfortunately, he does get a burn. It's okay. Squishy is really not that viable, knowing that he has no really stealth rock users other than Tyranitar, but Conkeldurr could scare him out easily. So he's gonna go into his Turbo, the Heliolisk, switching out, go for Toxic Spikes, and here I'm just gonna go for another set, try to get 2 layers up. Hopefully he over predicts and goes for a different move, which he does. He goes for a safe Dark Pulse and not the Volt Switch. Get a second layer of Toxic Spikes off. So now everything will be badly poisoned, toxic damage will rack up on everything but the Salamence and the Pidgeot. So here he's going to go for a Volt Switch, take me out, kind of let Squishy go down. It did its job, it got hazards on the field, and pretty much that's all Squishy did, right? It just got hazards on the field. Poor Squishy, could have done better. But he's going to go into Salamence, I'm going to go into Yumi here. Now, I know that he's Scarf, so he's going to outspeed me, so I'm going to double switch out. Go into Shukaku, make him waste the Earthquake, and get him trapped in it. So he's going to go for Earthquake, does not affect me. Actually, stays in, goes for a Defog. Now I know he's not Choice Scarfed. So that's very good. He is something else. I'm going to go for a knockoff, predicting something else to come in. But we knock off his Yachiberry. So that means Hidden Power Ice is going to take this Salamence out. Does not have Dragon Dance, it seems. It has Earthquake, Defog, Roost. We don't know its 4th move yet. So I'm going to get Rocks right on the field. He's going to go for Defog once again. And here comes another knockoff. Alright, I'm going to go for a Toxic. I thought I went for a knockoff. I'm going to go for a Toxic. Get some badly poison damage off on this thing. Now the only thing that won't be Toxic now... Whoa, no, he went for Defog. What am I saying? Toxic Spikes are gone. He's going to go on to King Bob. Go for Rocks. Get them right back up. And now that I don't have Squishy to take this Scald, I gotta give it to somebody else. And it's going to be Agatha. Figured, hey, you know what? Agatha has pretty high defense, 105, not too bad. He does get the burn, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Agatha can't really do anything against anything else on this team. So he's going to go into Skirt, switches out into the Aromatisse. I was a bit surprised there. I thought he was just going to go for another Skull, try to finish me off with King Bob. He does have the Regenerator. I kind of figured this was probably maybe unnecessary damage for Aromatisse to take. But maybe he had a different plan. So I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball. I was kind of hoping for a special defense drop. I don't get it. He's going to go for a Wish. Either Wish Pass or Wish Protect. To just let burn damage rack up and take me out. I am Choice Scarfed into Shadow Ball, so there's not really much else I could do. So he's going to go for a Protect. Get Aromatisse right back up to health. I think it's maybe full. Just missed full. With leftovers though, brings him probably like maybe 1%, 2% away from full. But Agatha's going to take burn damage. Going to go for another Shadow Ball. Hopefully you get the defense drop, which I do. That's great. That's either going to force a switch, or he's going to take no damage because he's just going to go for Protect and let burn take me out. I forgot about the burn. But Agatha's going to take a burn. I kind of let Agatha go down here just to get a free switch in. He's going to go into the Dragon Zord his Tyranitar. He's going to get Sandstorm up. That to me is perfectly fine, because as soon as Agatha goes down, he won't be able to get his rocks up if he is able to get them up. So we're going to go on to Gonkelder, scare him out. I believe I do go for a knockoff instead of a Drain Punch, because he does have that Slow King, which does come out. King Bob. Dragon Zord goes out, King Bob comes in, and he's going to take a knockoff. Bam. Predictions, bro. And that actually did a lot of damage. Very surprised by that amount of damage. He does have take some Sandstorm damage. He switches out. I do go for another knockoff. I could have predicted this, and I was thinking about it, but I predicted, hey, safe knockoff, get damage on whatever comes in. So his Salamence is going to take Sandstorm damage, rock damage, and poison damage along with knockoff damage. So that's a lot of damage. So now we got to switch out, go into Shukaku, who could handle Salamence very well. And he told me after the battle that this Salamence was a defensive Salamence. So yeah, we kind of have the same thing in mind. His Intimidator, my Intimidator. Shukaku actually wins this battle because it could take anything the Salamence wants to dish out. Also the fact that it only had Earthquake that showed us. So predicting a Roost or a Defog, I go out into Yumi, the Manectric here. Sandstorm is going to subside, so I say take no damage. Very, very nice. And let's go for a Mega Evolution. I kind of predicted the switch here, because thinking, hey, he's going to want to save him. He wants to get rocks off on the field. Does not want to have him on, just so he can bring a clean switch into Mega Pidgeot. But here we're going to go Mega Yumi. I don't know why I love Yumi as Manectric's nickname. I think it suits it very well. So we're going to go for Hidden Power Ice. Does somewhat damage with the Sandstorm up. It does increase Tyranitar special defense, so it's unfortunate. But this Volt Switch, to my surprise, did more damage than what I expected it to do. So we're going to go out into Toulouse, our Liepard, who's going to take this. I believe it's an Earthquake he goes for. He does go for an Earthquake. She handled it very well. And considering Tyranitar has a high attack stat, that means this Tyranitar is a support defensive mon. He's going to withdraw his Tyranitar, go into Aromatisse. I'm going to go for a U-turn. He probably predicted a Dark type move or something else, but he has very, very bulky mons here. So we're going to U-turn out, go right back out into Mega Manectric here. Because why not? We go for a Thunderbolt. We want to make sure we take out this Aromatisse. Aromatisse and Helios are our main threats for our Mega Manectric to go ahead and sweep. But since the skirt is already low enough, a Thunderbolt might take it out. Not quite. He's going to go for Aromatherapy. I thought he was going to go for a Wish Protect here. Try to get his health right back up. But he goes for Aromatherapy, gets that Toxic off his Salamence. I still have Landorus T waiting in the background, so if he brings out the Salamence, Lando T comes out, toxics him again, takes him down with knockoff, just keep doing what it's doing. So he's going to go for a Protect, and I pretty think he wanted to get some Sandstorm damage off, because he knows that there's no more health he could get back to help him save this Aromatisse. But he's going to switch out, go out into Dragonzord, his Tyranitar. Very surprising. He really wants to dwindle my Mega Manectric down. But I don't think that mattered because he doesn't have any priority type attacks on his side of the field. Maybe... No one has a priority move. Mega Pidgeot does not have one. Salamence does not have one. King Bob does not get access to Aqua Jet. Come on. But down goes the Tyranitar. He still has Sandstorm up. And I was able to go for the Volt Switch. Go out into Shikaku. I want to make sure the Sandstorm subsides before I bring anybody else in. He's going to go out into his Salamence. Takes Rocks damage. Gets to Intimidate off on me. I don't get Intimidate off on him because I used it on the Volt Switch. So yeah. But he gets rid of the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for a Toxic. And like I said, that Aromatherapy, I kind of think it was a wasted move. My personal opinion. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to go out, go for a Toxic. He roosts up. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks. I want to keep Rocks on his side of the field. Keep pressuring him to use Defog and make him stay in. Because he has to switch out. He's badly poisoned. There's nothing really he can do here. And I also want to make sure the Sandstorm subsides, so Mega Manectric can come in, not take any extra damage, which doesn't really matter because he could take out any of these bonds now. But poison damage racks up. He's going to switch out, and I believe here he goes out into his Turbo, the Heliolisk, while I go out and set up my Stealth Rocks. And actually, this is funny. I missed the turn where he went for that Defog, so Stealth Rocks. It was just like, maybe he went for it, maybe he not. And I actually got lucky that he went for it. But surprisingly enough, defensive Lando comes through. Even after an Intimidate drop, takes out the Heliolisk. Survives the Hidden Power Ice. My goodness, Lando T. Defensive Lando T is so good. I love Landorus T as my draft pick. Actually, he was the first overall pick in the draft. Because I think he's versatile. I really do. Defensive, attack, Scarf, even... Rocky Helmet leftovers, really good. But he Mega Evolves, takes out Lando. He did his job. Very proud of you this matchup. So in comes Yumi. And it's just time to destroy everything. He's going to go out into his skirt, the Aromatisse. Takes Stealth Rock damage. And it's not going to live this Thunderbolt. Nope. So down goes the Aromatisse. Who else do you want to bring in, buddy? Who else? I believe here, yeah, he goes on to King Bob. And this is actually a pretty smart move on his part because he wants to get Regenerator off. He's going to switch out, sack off his Salamence. Salamence is not living any Stealth Rocks anymore. Bye-bye. Hey, buddy. Who would get that? That would be Lando T that would get that kill. Right, because he set up Stealth Rocks? Yeah. So here comes King Bob. King Bob has a Regenerator, but it takes up some Stealth Rock damage. I'm going to go for a safe Volt Switch. That did a lot of damage considering how high of a special defense and how high HP Slow King has. That did a lot of damage. So that means he was physically defensive from the get-go. He's going to go for a Slack Off as I bring in Liepard. And Liepard's just going to come in here and, you know, take the hit. Go for a safe knockoff. Although Liepard hasn't really gotten a kill this season, I've used it 3 times already. And I think only one battle enemy it wasn't able to do its job because of a crit. But it happens, it's Pokemon. But Liepard has been so good to me. I really love that Pokemon, especially with the Prankster T-Wave. So good. So in comes Mega Manectric just to finish things up. Slow King Bob goes down to a Thunderbolt, and Yumi's going to take out my Turkey Sub, the Mega Pidgeot, to another Thunderbolt. So that is GG, Eric. Really great matchup. That Heliolisk and the Aromatisse were a very surprised team for me. I really thought you were going to bring the Excadrill. I kind of prepared for it. I had Grass Knot on my Liepard, and I really thought that Excadrill was going to come. That really scared me, but thankfully it didn't. But again, GG, man. Hope to see you later on in the playoffs. So if you guys enjoyed, hit that like button. If you're new and want to see more of the Poke League battles, the Delta Battle League, subscribe. And if you want to see other unboxing videos I have on my channel, go ahead and subscribe to check those out. I have some every weekend and throughout the weekdays. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye!